Hey guys, this is Hawk. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Mine Mogul. We are currently working on automating our mine production, which, apparently we unlocked something at some point. I don't know if that was this episode still or if that was, next or last episode at the end of it and I just didn't notice. We now have the ability to purchase the rolling mill. We're still working on crushed coal, but I did mention that line that's bringing in copper and producing iron, copper ingots. It does not have anything in that first filter basket to filter out gems. So I was going to try to go wandering around and see if I could find gemstones. And I found this little section here. Oh, yep, there's diamond. There's a diamond rock. And that has an emerald in it. That's perfect. So we can take both of these. I need to be able to get to it, though. There we go. Ooh, there's a couple of them there. As a matter of fact, we are going to deposit one of these so we can finish with the gem quest as well. But for starters, let's get... because there's 3 of them there, and I'll probably save the other one because I don't need it right now, but I'll save it for future sorter baskets for the same reason, but that should finish that quest off. But we need to get you up in the filter basket, so can I jump on the scaffolding and not drop you? I can. That'll filter out emeralds. This... I got a slag ingot somehow. And this will filter out the diamonds. And they will come out here and they're just going to drop on the ground for now. And I think I'm kind of okay with that at the moment because I've yet to see one come out of there. And we had that running for a while when I was working on setting up this monstrosity here. All right, so what we have primarily going on right now is that there's a lot of iron and coal coming this direction. I probably should have... Let's grab another crusher here. Or do we want to do it like I did over there? Just grab another filter basket and then have that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's grab another sorter conveyor. I might need... Do I have a couple? I ran out of straight conveyors, apparently. Let's grab it. Oh, I just realized how much money we have, guys. We need to get more miners set up and added to our queue so we start earning tons and tons of money so that we can start buying new fancy things. All right, let's get you onto the belt. I don't really know how you fell out, but that's fine. All right, let's grab this guy and this guy and this guy. And we also have to buy roller conveyors. And there's apparently a quest available. Let's check out what it is because I would like to make sure. Red gems. Oh gosh. They want us to start doing, unlock the shaker table and start depositing rubies. I'm not prepared for that yet. We still haven't finished the, this is what I'm trying to work on this now for, is I want to try to make sure I want to get the crushed coal completed. So let's grab you out of here and you out of here, and we'll get coal going up in this direction again. What we're going to do is just like we did with the other one. We're not going to use a miner. However, we're going to use, how do we want to do this? Do we want to mirror this, maybe? Yeah, I think so. So then we will have whatever is in the basket will be coming out this direction. So we will have that be this guy. And we will have you going directly into here. And then we will just get... I need to get copper moving in that direction. Which actually, I know we need to... Let's get you in. I missed. Completely missed. Alright, guys. I got that sorted out. Everything's still coming out the side here because that is, of course, going to be the crushed coal. Let's go ahead and grab all of that. We're just going to go ahead and put that in the sale bin because, well, I can't be bothered to try putting it on the conveyor to get sorted out. Now, what we want to do here is we just want to get the... I think I'm going to go ahead and just make a turn here and bring those guys back down. And I'm just thinking maybe we'll just go right here. And I suspect, will that be okay? Or is that stuff going to fall off the back? I mean, so far it looks okay. Hey, look! An emerald. All right, let's grab you guys and also get you on the conveyor to get sold. All right, what we need to do is purchasing a rolling mill. All right, machines. Oh, we have a polishing machine as well. And a rolling mill. That's a lot of money. I just got 2 of each because we've got iron side and we've got copper side. So what we're actually going to want to do now... Oh gosh, I just realized though we don't have enough room to do both. Well, actually, here's a plan. So, the polisher... So everything coming through here right now is gems, and now it is iron. And so the polisher polishes the ingots and the gems so that they're nicer. However, it gets dirty if you get things like raw ores or coal in them. So you want to try to make sure that anything coming through is stuff that can be polished. And you'll see when it comes out, it's like super nice looking now. Notice how shiny it is as compared to these that like they look dirty on top. Looks dirty on top, then it comes out like nice and shiny. So in order for us to do that, I'm thinking what we just do is the coal that we're routing over here. Why can I not pick you up? Okay. Let's just route this over here. This line already has coal on it. We've already filtered out all of the coal coming in from the copper line, so why not just put them on the same line so they're doing the same thing? So let's get... I need one. I need to be back one. And then we'll get you. Attach, please. Ugh. Sometimes, I tell you. And then we'll just have it go... Okay, fine, I put one down there. Now, what the... Thanks a lot, game. All right, that should bring all of the coal down through here. We should no longer be worried at all about coal. You know, I never really thought to question what happens to the little coal nodes. Like, even this thing, what happens to it if it goes through here? Does it get destroyed? I think it did. I didn't see it come out. Do I have another one laying on the ground anywhere? I don't know that I do. Oh, you know what? I was watching this thing. That's definitely the wrong way to go. What I should be watching is obviously it's going to be filtered. Okay, so there's one. So it did come out. Okay, so then we're okay. All right, now what we want to do over here is the same thing. So this should have we had any... We literally still have had no gems come out because they would be on the ground over there. But we are going to have this guy. We're going to take these. And we're going to start polishing these for now. However, we do also have to do plates. So... That's what the rolling mill is for, is to create plates. So, in order for us to do that, we don't actually need iron ingots at the moment, but I kind of like... Oh gosh, how do I want to do this? All right, so what I was going to say. I like having things polished first. How did we get slag? Because now we've got... How did coal even get through there? And why is this in here? The beeping, by the way, is the polisher. You can see how dirty it is. As that one there compared to the one over there. I don't know how we're getting slag. Okay, it's back to iron now. It's just somehow I got a coal in there and that's what created the slag. But you can, like I said, you can see how dirty it is. It takes a few minutes, and it's continuing to stay dirty because that slag ingot went through. Slag can't go through. Okay, it cleaned itself up. All right, now. All right, so I like polishing before the roller because the plates are really kind of big and obnoxious. However, if we do that, then the gems can't... Like, I would have to have a second polisher. Is it worth buying another one? How much are they? They're 2,000. I'm sure we will have uses for it again in the future when we break everything down and start rebuilding it. How did it get dirty again? How is that happening? Literally, the only thing coming out of this side should be gems. Oh, you know what? That was me. There was a bunch of, like, random ores down here. I picked them up and I threw them on the conveyor. I need to be cognizant of where I'm throwing them on the conveyors if I'm going to do that. All right, so what I was trying to say is that these need to be polished, but these will need to be rolled, rolled into plates. But I want to roll the ingots. It's just easier to roll the ingots, or to polish the ingots. Oh, hey, there's a diamond. Very nice. Oh gosh, all right. So how do I want to do this? Okay, I've turned the blast furnace, and we are going to immediately polish. Yeah, we're going to immediately polish the ingots, and then from there we're going to put them into a rolling mill and turn them into... Actually, that I don't think I can do that direction. We will turn them, and then we will put them into the rolling mill. But I need my corner. I've only got one left. Okay, hang on. We're still probably... We're a little... We need to bypass this, so it needs to go here. All right, so you, and then let's turn you that way, and then that guy, and then the corner. No. All right, here we go. All right, so you can see these make plates, but the problems with the plates is they don't always go on the conveyors very nicely. However, it's not going to take us long to get through these iron plate quests, so you can kind of see, like, they're kind of large and obnoxious, and they get caught on corners, and they sometimes, like, get caught at the polishers and stuff, so it's easier to polish the ingots first. All right, so all that should be happening at this point. Why is there so much ore off of here? I have no idea. There you go. Go be sorted. Now we just have to get the rolling mill installed for the copper as well. At some point, I would like to get a splitter for all of this stuff because of the fact that I would like to still be producing ingots as well. So I would like to, you know, have it split some of the ingots and turn some of them into... There we go. Let's purchase those and corner conveyors. I would like to turn some of them into plates, but not all of them, which is currently what we're doing. All right. Ah, goodness. All right, how are we going to set you up now? Because... Hey, look, we finally got a diamond coming out this direction. All right, maybe same thing here. We buy another polisher, and then we can polish... I'm thinking that if we turn this guy around backwards, and we're going to have to snake this around a little bit in order to be able to do all of this. So we want this to polish these. Or I could just buy another filter basket now that the polisher comes this direction. Maybe we could have those kind of... Let's do that, actually. That's a smarter idea, I think. Because we can bring those and kind of have them drop onto a conveyor here. Let's see here. Let's go this way. And I think this will work. Not precisely, however. All right, then we'll have this loop around. And we will go... Yes. I think I like this. I mean, it's a little wonky looking, but it'll be fine. Let's just grab a sorter conveyor because I ran out of those. Sorter conveyor. I also have 3 research tickets available. That just dawned on me. This is why the support wrench is a wonderful thing. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to bring this down here. Let's actually take that out. And we're going to put the sorter in here. And then we're going to have it roll the plates out. Maybe I should have done this earlier, actually. Let's do this down here. All right, so the plates can be rolled out here. No. Maybe. I kind of want the plates to be traveling kind of as straight as possible, but that really isn't working with the way that I currently have this set up. I didn't realize this takes 3 slots. Okay. And then we will loop these guys back around. Maybe one more slot down, though, because... trying to get this past that thing, the blast furnace. I can put another miner there. How have I never done that? And then corner. I have a miner? Oh my gosh, I've got a miner. Okay, I had no idea I had any. Just take this one, please, so you stop trying to target it. There we go, and then this guy is what I was looking for. And then what we will do, because this is going to then be getting our gems, all I have to do is take it down here past the roller. And I want to put a lip in there, and I'll just pop it back onto the belt. Okay, that should work. Is it the most elegant solution? No, but we're making slow progress early in the game with the resources that we have. That needs, for sure, one more. You know, let's do that. Let's, like, give it a tiered... You know what, actually, I could do? That'd probably be a better idea. I got a sloped conveyor. Why don't we just bring that down a little bit? Because I need it to run 2 spaces, and that brings it closer so that hopefully it doesn't miss. All right, let's grab you. And since we've got a miner, let's get this guy. Let's get this guy. Where is your output? Oh, that's a really inconvenient location. Could you... It also just dawned on me that I never hooked this up. Okay. And I heard something smash, which is actually what made me turn around. I don't know how something would have smashed. Meaning there was a gemstone that smashed. I have no idea. Okay. All right, and that is all now back on the belt, except for you. On the belt, please. You're officially making us copper plates. All right, we're almost done. Okay, has noticed that the Master of Iron quest, and this is why I wanted splitters, is because that requires iron plates, but it also requires iron ingots, because of course it does. So, what we need for conveyors, this is a T-junction. Let's go into our research and see what we have. Polished gold quest. I don't have gold yet, but let's activate it so that I pay attention to it. All right, let's go into research. I do have 3 tickets. As a merging conveyor and routing conveyor. A conveyor with a toggle. I don't want toggleable. I want splitter. We're unlocking the routing. Because then basically what we would do is we would put something here and it would filter out like 1 ingot this way and then 1 ingot that way or whatever. You know, we could have also... That might help. Did we get another research ticket or what just happened? Something flashed at the top. We need to also start buying... Okay, that's what happened. We got through the gold quest. So we need to... Or I'm sorry, the crushed coal quest. So we need to now look at getting the shaker table. It is locked. Probably behind research, huh? Well, I have a ticket. I was hoping to use that for splitters, but I guess that's going to be a thing right now. Get 2 of them. Reason being, if you put in regular coal ore, it shakes and it has a chance to return rubies. But if you put in the little coal nuggets, that has a chance of returning diamonds. So you kind of want to shake it twice, because the first time you put in the large ingots and it shakes, and then it turns either into rubies or... How do I want to do this? Either turns into rubies or words. Turns into rubies, or else it turns into the little nuggets like this. And then you can process the little nuggets again, and it has a chance of turning out as coal. All right, so we want to start rerouting coal, and I don't know how I want to do that. I think another sorter. Oh, also I was in the middle of setting... Okay, one thing at a time here. I was in the middle of trying to get this set up so that we could... No, let's go the other way. I want this, but mirrored there. I think this is an okay way to go. Maybe we wanted to turn one sooner. I'm not quite sure how we're going to get it. I don't think a lip is going to work here. Okay, I think that'll work. I think. Let's watch. Sure enough. Okay. Now. So, what I'm thinking here... This is the least obstructed path. I guess for the purposes of the shaker table, we would probably want to add yet another filter here and pull coal out this way, because we're getting crushed coal over there. So we do have a crushed coal as an option. I should probably just grab a couple of these sorters. I keep coming back here to get them. Let's just get 3. That was 4. Fine. 4 is fine. All right, now. Let's take this guy. And let's put a sorter in, and we're going to have it out that direction. Now you need to go in the basket. And a little coal needs to go in the basket. And then what we will do here... Perfect. It is working as intended. Here, I need this guy. Although I don't... It's not quite as easy to get up now that I've taken the scaffold away. Alright, you will also come out this side. Let's go get some sloped conveyors. We're going to make this work and try to get the shaker tables functioning. I need a couple of these guys. Okay, so we're going to bring this down and we're going to drop it into a shaker table. Which I think we want a scaffolding for, except I don't have the right size scaffolding. I need a 2x1 scaffolding, or 1x2, is I guess how they have it phrased. And we will put the first shaker on that one. I think it needs to be down. I think that's too high, in other words. I think it needs to be on this level. All right. And then we turn this one this way. So what ends up happening here is the coal goes into here. Let's see when the next time coal comes. How did I totally put it in the wrong... You're gonna pretend you saw none of that? What do you guys mean I put my shaker tables in the wrong place? I have no idea what you're talking about. They've been here all along. I just need a piece of coal to come through. And the one time I need coal, there's like a... Okay, there's some of it coming. Alright. We do have to actually get it conveyored over to like a polisher or something at some point. I just wanted to make sure this was working, kind of show you guys how this actually functions. Alright, so coal goes in and it starts shaking it. And it should either turn into a nugget or to a ruby. Or sometimes it disappears. And same thing down there. Sometimes the little nuggets turn into a diamond, sometimes they disappear. I don't think they often make it through the shaker tables intact. So it's a good idea to always have, in my mind, it is a good idea to always have, like, coal being produced. That totally hit the wrong spot. You want it to be produced and still deposited and not just send everything through the shaker tables. I really have problems sometimes with it deciding it wants to go somewhere where I don't want it to be. Alright, what we should do here... I want it this way, but I want it... Hello, connect, please. There we go. And then I need a corner here, I think. I thought I was going to have to go buy stuff. Anything that comes out should drop on. Oh, I was going to buy a polisher. And I know we've got polishers all over the place. This is not optimized yet. We are still kind of getting through some of the initial things and kind of learning as we go. I know a bunch about the game from having watched people, but I don't necessarily know how I want things to be, I guess, in the sort of end game where it's very efficient and optimized. I kind of wanted to establish that process on my own as I was going through this. So that is what we were doing. All right, now, we don't have a lot of coal coming through here, so I think that the chances of rubies is fairly small. All right, what other miners can we get set up? Are there other ones that might produce? I think there's some... There's some way up there. If any of those have the probability of coal, we could belt those into that same belt over there. That's a large miner. Oh, that's the only one up here? Oh, no, there's this guy. All right, what is your probability of... No. This is... Okay, this is the other one. What is your probability of 94% iron? And you looked a lot like iron. Is there... What else is through here? If you find a whole bunch of nodes like this, it's probably hiding something secretive. And I see that there's gold bars back there already. And another diamond. Okay, there wasn't anything though. It was a dead end. Let's grab all of these ores. What I would like to do is take the ingots down. We do have a quest to deposit polished gold ingots, so I would like to send those through the polisher. Let's do this. Okay, well, I just rolled it. It turned into a plate. Okay. Now we have... I think I must have dropped something on the belt over there when I was jumping all over the place. There's our polished gold ingot. I would like to get the diamonds out and do the same. Because we do have quest right now for polished gems as well. Guys, there's a ruby! There's a ruby! We got one! And all the rest of this is just ores, so we will just put this on here because this goes directly into the cell chest. We will not be messing up any of our polishers. Although I just noticed... How did this happen? I overshot, it looks like. If we go here, this is where the merger would be super convenient, but I don't think I've got any... I don't have any tickets. All right, let's grab one of the ledge conveyors. That should work. That contains our ruby in it, so we should now... Yep, we've now got 1 of 5. Okay. Oh, okay. I can't get the slag ingot out because... There. It was blocking the pathway. Okay. I hadn't even watched this. Is this working better than intended or better than expected? You see, they get caught on corners and stuff. Okay. Now, we also need to start working on polished gold ingots as well. And I know there was gold over here. We really need to start getting some lights as well. It is dark around here. Actually, before we start jumping into a whole bunch of other... Let's see. Let's get a bunch of miners, and let's try to get a bunch of other nodes that we've got just kind of around here. Let's just get them all hooked up so that we've got... While we go looking for, like, gold nodes and stuff like that, we just have a bunch of money being made. Because I know there's stuff right here. There's 2. There's 2 more over here. Alright, so let's go ahead. You're 94% iron. You're a bunch of iron and coal. You are a lot of iron. And like I said, this is not necessarily optimized well for this whole setup. Oh, I wanted to... Shoot. We're supposed to be depositing. Let's go ahead and just get regular ingots going into the cell bin at the moment. That way we can finish that quest. Looks like we've got through all of our diamond gems, but I don't have this optimized in such a way where we can necessarily belt things. I mean, we could. If I drag the crusher and the blast furnace over this direction and just kind of loop that belt around, we could bring all of those belts into about this vicinity, and then they would go through the crusher and the blast furnace and the polisher and then get deposited. As a matter of fact, we might be able to double up on this polisher too. All right, this might cause a mess, however. It's fine. I don't want to turn them off because, oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that if you package up a scaffold, that all of a sudden the crusher doesn't need to be on one. All right. That's an interesting little hack. All right, there's also something I think we might require a research ticket. Is there a hammer? I mentioned that. Jackhammer. It's a work in progress, but it's faster than pickaxe, can break ore into crushed pieces. All right, add to cart, hammer. Okay, that should be helpful. And what the hammer does, it allows you to, rather than going through all that whole, like, where you hit F and then you hit to take it, you literally, how does it pick up? You literally just click with the hammer and then it automatically picks it up without you having to hit F and then take. All right, so what we're going to do here is we are going to reroute all of this. I just said I was going to do this with the hammer. We're going to put the polisher on here. Where is the polisher? And I know I've got tons of things falling off of belts behind me. It'll be fine. Yeah, tons and tons of stuff falling off. What I need to have, and I'm trying to remember, this has coal and it has, well, now that's interesting. Yeah, let's go ahead and set it up the way that we had it before, I think. What do I not need right now? All right, let's go ahead and put the crusher back here-ish. And it will output that direction. And then we will have a filter basket. Here-ish? No. I would like to bring it out one more and put a conveyor in, just in case that's what was causing some of those ores to fall. All right, and then we have the blast furnace that we can put... Where is the blast furnace? All right, guys. I got it belted up. I made a complete and total mess, as you can see. There was a lot of stuff until I got everything all belted up. And that was just the stuff over here. So what we need to do, but oh, right, I didn't actually divert the coal. Right now we're doing slag. All right, let's go up into the filter basket. Oh, I got a ruby over there that's just sitting on the floor. Oh, that's funny. I have the coal coming out the wrong direction. Oh, it's funny, funny stuff. All right, we're about to get a couple more slag ingots till I got that all sorted out. But now the coal comes over here, and what we're going to do is we're just going to path it back onto the conveyors to be sold. This is where merger conveyors would be wonderful, but I don't have any. All right. It got all the slag cleared out of its system. Perfect. I apparently... Oh, right. I broke this because, well, stuff was doing weird things until I got it set up properly. Corner conveyor. And then I can take the little lip conveyor and there we go. Now that is all set up, all of the iron is going this way. And yes, I will clean up all that stuff over there at some point. This is just not that point. Oh, right, I broke that too. I forgot about that. I even said that. You know, I said my whole purpose for this was that I was going to... Wow. That makes a lot of noise. There's all the stuff I threw on the conveyor at the same time finally made it up here. It's blocked up the sorter filter. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get some other stuff. Do I want to back this up? Because I was talking about reusing the same polisher for this. It just takes so many sloped conveyors to get up there. Yeah, let's move it back. I know, I just got it done. Very nice. Did I finish getting this set up yet? Absolutely not. I at least got this connected so that the rubies could go in. But like I said, this whole thing right now, that is not the blast furnace. Let's work backwards here because that is what I made the mistake in last time as I worked forwards. All right, this is going to be the ingots, and then I left a space with a filter basket here, I do believe. And then another conveyor because of that whole debacle where they get backlogged. And then we needed this guy, and then this guy. Now that we've got that done correctly, let's bring these down. And I could probably snake them around, but because we need to go so far back as it is, because of the other miners back here, like I'm fine just, you know, whoops, making this just come kind of the whole way down. Also, I need crushed coal to go in the filter basket before we end up with things yelling again, which is probably going to happen anyway. Alright guys, that is completely fixed now. This stuff's all getting routed up here. It's getting crushed coal's going out the side and going into the cell bin without, you know, going through the polisher. The ingots are going through the blast furnace, which is overly full, it appears. And then those ingots are going through the polisher. Look, we got another ruby. That's the last one. And then we've got a research ticket. But I put these down. Let's go ahead and get these belted up. What I'm thinking is we'll just do this. And then I think... I really sometimes have problems. Maybe it's this thing. I have problems getting these things lined up properly. The belts. They sometimes do not want to cooperate with me. Right now, I might need to go out one more on this first. Because I'm going to need a lip conveyor, I think, to get onto this. Because I don't have mergers yet. So I need to go buy one of those. Although we do now have a rod extruder that we can do. Do we have? I still only have one research ticket. One research ticket. And I really, really want merging conveyors. Oh, goodness. Okay. Let's get at least one of the... Yeah, this one's got a toggleable direction, but then you just toggle it back and forth. Like, I legitimately want... Some people play this game differently. That's something I've seen, that some people, they craft the ingredients that they need when they need them. I don't like doing that. I like being the overachiever person that I make everything, and then it just produces everything all the time. That is the way that I prefer to play. Everyone is entitled to their own processes that they would like to set up. This is just the way I play. All right, so we're going to go ahead and just get these dumps onto here like that, I think. We should be able to turn both of those on now. I think. Just make sure everything gets there. They're gonna roll backwards a little bit, which is fine. They'll roll backwards and then they'll get caught up. But I think what we're gonna need to start doing here is we're gonna need to somehow figure out how to split this, because if our blast furnace was already overloaded, maybe it was just overloaded because I had put a whole bunch of stuff in from down there. But I just added 2 more miners. It's gonna start getting overloaded pretty fast, I think. And I was gonna put 2 more here, as a matter of fact. Let's go ahead and get these belted up right away. All right, so you're coming out this direction. And you're coming out this direction. So we will loop you back around this way. And you will join, not like that though. You will join back up with the other guy over here. Yes, that should work. Let's get these. I'm gonna need... Really should have just bought a couple of those, like, what, I don't know what they're called. Conveyors. Then I'll just have them. We've also got $12,000, so I mean, there's that. Let's go ahead and put you there. And then let's run these guys so that they get attached to this line over here, which actually I think is going to be seamless. This is on the perfect trajectory for this. I think. I can't put it there. I think that they might fall off. It'll be fine. We'll work through it. All right, there's 2 more miners. All right. Oh, guys, we must have finished a bunch of stuff. Do we have more research tickets? And we do. Splitter. We need a splitter in the worst way. All right, where is the splitter conveyor? Smart splitter conveyor. Let's get at least 2 of those, and then we need another blast furnace, because I'm certain now that we've added 4 more miners, that blast furnace is going to be unable to keep up. Now, how are we going to do this? Because I think I need to move this out 1 more. All right, here's what we're going to do. Yes, it's getting very overloaded. We're going to move that up here further, the blast furnaces. I must have left the other one over in the... Where did I just put that? I think here. I must have left... Yeah, I left everything that I purchased over here. All right. I know I'm making a mess. I know. And we will... There's a simple way to clear that up. I don't know that I'm prepared to do it at the moment, though. I think what we do now is that this is the input, and we put... And I'm out of corner conveyors. Oh my gosh. That should start splitting those ores. Yes. Yes, look at it. It's amazing. And then it's coming out and it's falling on the floor, because that's what we do around here. I don't know how we're gonna get this to work. Maybe like that for now? Did I get the mergers yet? I think I did, didn't I? No, I totally didn't. Let's see if we can really overload it. Ready, guys? I did tell you I was going to clean this up. Let's go ahead and clean it up. To be fair, this really just needs to go in the cell bin. Oh. That must have been an oops on my part. Oh, what a disaster. All right, we definitely need the merging conveyor for sure. I don't know how these are getting stuck. Like, this shouldn't be a thing. Like, these should be just fine, in other words. And they're not. All right, let's do it this way. And I just heard another gem break, and I don't understand why they're breaking. I think I have them filtered out everywhere, do I not? We're gonna try that. All right, let's double check all of our filter baskets. This only filters out coal nuggets, which it doesn't even need to do anymore because we're bypassing all of the coal is going that way. This is filtering that out, and it takes... Yeah, it's... That's probably why. I'm wondering if they're dropping down from here, and I didn't put anything in this basket, so they're going through the roller. I just heard another one break. I wish I would have seen that in action, because then I would know for sure. Oh, you know what, guys? I don't have a filter down here. I am not filtering out gemstones on this end. Huh. But I heard one break over here. I literally just heard it. All right, guys, let's do experimentation. Not that way. If we drop you down here, you will go through the polisher, but then do you get destroyed by the roller because you're not being filtered out the other direction? I think you probably do. You do. So that is probably why that is happening. We need gems. Also, I had seen this. Ah. I just heard another gem, yet again. Alright guys, I just turned off all the auto miners by default. There's literally an option in the start menu, or the whatever menu this is. Turn off all auto miners, turn them all on. You also have the option, I know this will devastate people just to death. Do I have, let me just double check. I would like to take this out, but then I would like to keep the gemstones because I want to move them down to the other end. So let's take you out and you out because we're going to filter at the other end. Now that we've added additional things going that direction, we're going to go ahead and take these down here. But what we're going to do, we've kind of made a mess of everything, and I say we lightly. I seriously need lights. I've mentioned this a couple times already. Let's get some lights. Tools, maybe? Building? Lamp poles. Oh my gosh, we need some freaking lights. Let's get some of these placed around so we can actually see. It'll be amazing. There we go. It's already starting to look better in here. Let's even put some lights down here. Sure. That's helpful. Okay. Notice that there is an option here that says clear physics or objects. We're gonna do that, and that'll literally wipe out everything that is like literally sitting around, because they have those types of things installed for the purposes of game lag and such to kind of prevent that. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to filter. Yeah, I think we just need to now, we're just going to have to reroute some of these things. I'm just trying to make sure I did this correctly. We're going to reroute some of these guys so that they come out a little behind it. Then I grab these, put them in the filter basket just like before. Perfect. And then all we should have to do is belt up all of this stuff. We will have to reroute. That's right, I've got this broken right now too because I was trying to fix this. I can bring those down onto this line. Is this the right trajectory for this? I think it is. That did, in fact, get rid of that. All right, we're probably just going to need... I know that's going to make the polisher dirty. I don't really care too much at the moment. I have one research ticket. Also, did we open all of the quests? Polish... Oh, gosh. They didn't activate immediately. Activate. They're all in progress. Okay, I have one research ticket. I still don't think that's enough for the mergers. The mergers are killing me right now. All right. Everything is... I guess for now we will try to do... You know, let's do it this way. I didn't even think about this. Let's bring this guy the whole way over, and we will turn you into one of the ledge... That should work, I think. I mean, at least as well as it was working previously. There you go. Have some more stuff. It'll be amazing. All right. Let's go ahead and we will clear all ore objects. And it tells you here, wait, we'll remove all ore resources from conveyor belts to the ground in any undiscovered hidden areas. I don't like that. I didn't know that it did that. All right, fine. We'll leave them for now. Let's turn them all back on. And it can get started again, and I think it should all be fine. I didn't connect this up. That will not be fine. Let's get that going here. Let's bring this back this direction. And then we will put you there, you, and then you will just go just like you were before, and you will go right there, I think. You're gonna go there, actually. I think with that corner, it has a better likelihood of missing. All right. Purchase rod extruder, purchase casting furnace. We need to start getting gold. That is the one thing we've not started doing yet. And I really was going to try to get that in this episode. I've already been recording for so long. Let's go ahead and let's try to get this stuff over. Let's just try to get something. You guys have gold? I don't actually see any deposits. I mean, this is coal. Which I could still, and here's another one that's iron. I could still get these all linked up. Is there any other ones over here that I'm not seeing? No. There's these two. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get some lights in here. And then, so we can see. And then I'm going to go ahead and get these things. I will actually get these just linked into the rest of the system. I guess there's no reason not to at this point. Other than that, it might start overloading our iron production again. But I think it just makes sense. So I do like that when you put these on. Let's see here. I like when you enable the conveyor belts that you're able to see where the miners go. You don't necessarily just have to be carrying miners. Let's see here. I need more conveyors. I need to mine these things. Does this go into a secret area down here? I didn't check here. The dead end. No, it's not. I see you up here. How do I get up here? Some slag ingots, gold ingots. Here's a gold ingot. Here's a ruby. Huh. We really should too, now that I think about it. We need to get more coal production going through the shakers. There's just not enough that's going through there right now. Can I please have all of this stuff? All right, it's very dark in here. I will catch up with you guys once I get out of here. Guys, interestingly, I never belted up the filter that brought out the gemstones on this end. That actually works in my favor because I've been wanting an emerald. I did manage to find a diamond to go into this basket that I was talking about. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and see. Yeah, that's got both in it. I think we're good to belt everything up now. Let's get all of this out of here. And then let's get this guy. Like I said, my intention was just... Whoops. Let's get you. I just wanted to get it belted onto the other system over there. So let's go out. I'm already out of straight conveyors and I just bought a bunch of them. Okay, that looks like that's probably correct. And all we need now is merger conveyors because I still don't have enough stuff for them. Oh my gosh, guys. Although I do have... It wants polished gems. I could put these on here. Although they're not going to get onto the end now that I think about it. They're probably just going to fall off. Yeah, they're going to get stuck. There we go. Let's get this guy in for now. I don't think it's going to work because of that, unfortunately. I need the merger. All right. Now, I think there was also... There's a diamond or something in here. So, yeah, here we go. That'll at least get us closer towards those. Like I mentioned, we really need to get... I don't need crushed coal anymore. I'm actually considering... Let's do this. I know this is getting a little crazy, and I already mentioned it's getting a little weird. Let's get these guys. Let's get a ramp going up to here. No. Maybe. It's on the wrong angle. Here, let's put... Oh, I have it. It needs to go up one higher, looks like. And get you. Basically, what I want to do is I want to start bringing coal in, and we will drop this in here. So, into the shakers so that hopefully we get more chances for gems. Let's go ahead and get these guys coming out to here. And I think all we need now is this. And we're going to put a filter in here. So we'll get this. Let's make sure this is doing what I want it to. Let's do this where we actually drop it back on the conveyor belt. And now we will take out this guy and put in the sorter. And now all we should need to do is we're going to put coal and crushed coal to go out that direction. So that should still allow the gemstones to pass through. Now we also have to filter them out down here, obviously. But that should get us a better chance for rubies overall. Is there another? Here's crushed coal. There's lots of things laying everywhere. It's amazing. Okay. All right, that should have worked. Yes, it's pushing coal that direction. It's pushing gemstones that direction so they can get polished. So these should all be dropping in here all nicely, trying to be turned into rubies. Or diamonds, actually. Is nothing coming? Oh, there it comes. It just took a little while, apparently. Turn into a ruby. One of you. Make me happy about my decision. I'm not happy about my decision. It's fine. Oh, look, there's a gemstone there, actually. Let's get you on this line. And actually, there's a bunch of you. Okay. And you must have fallen off because this is not properly set up because I don't have merging conveyors. All right, let's go ahead, though. Let's get... I don't want to get into anything new today because I've already been recording for a while, and I promised these episodes were going to be shorter with this new channel, and so far they've not been. Let's see what else we have as far as... So we've got 2 more miners here, another miner there. Was I up here? At some point I need to find a gold area because it... Yeah, I was up here. I need to find a gold area because they're wanting... I might have to unlock them, actually. I mean, I've got money to unlock some of these areas. We will do that in the next episode, though. Is there anything in this that I would like to have? But it wants gold ingots, and like, I mean, I can get some gold ingots in stuff like this, but it's not a consistent source. So we need to get some miners onto some of those types of things. Where is our sell bin? Here we go. I apparently lost the gold ingot somewhere along the way, which was the whole reason I was bringing it down here. All right, let me get back up there, which is apparently is more complicated than what I expected it was going to be. All right, where were these? Yeah, these won't be complicated to belt. Not even a little bit. There for that guy. And we'll get this one. That direction. I believe this. And then we still have one of the lips. Perfect. Now we just need a whole bunch of straight ones to come this direction. I need my corners again. And I think it's just a matter of dropping them. Now this might get messy. Do I have any more slopes? I don't have any more slopes. We should probably get some slopes because if we drop them that far, there's a high likelihood they're falling off. And I've already got enough stuff on the ground. By the way, I just realized there's actually, like, some of these are actually quests for, like, purchase a rod extruder. Do I get a research ticket for that? Is that what that indicates? Let's get one. I'm not going to be setting it up today because... No, that did not get one. It wants me to purchase something else, though, a casting furnace. I think the casting furnace has to be unlocked first. I think it has to be unlocked with research, so we will not be doing that. However, we have sloped conveyors. Let's turn this around. Apparently it's going to fight me. Come on. Okay. It doesn't want to cooperate right now. That was not what I wanted. There. That's what I wanted. It's not coming down quickly enough, though. You know what? I think we can solve that problem, though. There's no reason this has to go back this direction anymore. It was only coming this direction because of the filter. And the filter's no longer down here. So let's bring this down one more level, I think. I think that'll probably be fine. Yeah, let's go ahead and put the miners in. Oh, did I go this way? I don't know that I did. I don't think I saw... Oh, I did. This has a whole bunch of gold. Do you suppose that means there's gold back this direction? There's a broken drill bit. That's for sale. There's some gold. And this takes us back up to the other side, which is where we just work. Yes, we're going to have to start opening some of these areas in the next episode, but I think for now that's going to be it. I've gotten a lot of additional miners hooked up. We've got a lot of things reconfigured. We will, at some point, when we get some better machines and such, we will start configuring for less of a spaghetti build, we will call it. How are we doing? We're actually not. We get 2 research tickets once we get a couple more polished gems. We need 2 more diamonds, 5 more emeralds, and 3 more rubies. That could be exciting. Do you suppose... What just came through here? Oh, probably an emerald. Because I took it out of this basket as a test and I never put it back in. Alright, well I guess I'm gonna have to watch for an emerald and see if I can try to get one for in the basket. And every time I look for one is when there's never around. Alright guys, but that's gonna be it for this one. So like I mentioned, this is a new channel for me. I wanted to do some automation in sim games, which don't do the best on my other channel. So I decided we were going to start a new channel. So since this is new, if you're enjoying the content, please subscribe. Please add some likes and comments and stuff to kind of help with YouTube algorithms so I can start building up a little bit on this one. And yeah, we will be jumping back in hopefully shortly, and we will get production of gold going for sure in the next episode. So thanks guys for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one.